Hi, I'm Commissioner Ken Welch. It's been an honor to serve as the Pinellas Commission Chair for 2018. This has been a year of challenges, transition, and progress for our county. But working together in a spirit of partnership and optimism, our community continues to move forward. I'm pleased to report to you that as we approach the end of this year and prepare for 2019, the state of Pinellas County is strong and our future is bright. Our economy is strong and diversifying, and we have record levels of tourism. We are making smart, strategic investments in our infrastructure thanks to the wisdom of Pinellas citizens who overwhelmingly approved the Penny for Pinellas for a fourth decade. While opportunities are abundant, we can only achieve our highest potential as a community if we acknowledge, assess, and successfully meet those current and future challenges that impact public health and safety, limit opportunity, threaten our environment, or otherwise undermine our collective progress. Issues like jobs and community development, poverty reduction, housing affordability, environmental protection, and transportation require a strategic approach, including resources, planning, partnerships, and shared priorities. Your commission and county government are committed to that strategic approach to fostering progress in Pinellas. Let's recap some of the impactful events of 2018. In February, Commissioner John Maroney hosted his 23rd annual public safety event, honoring our first responders and emergency personnel. For more than 2 decades, this event has highlighted the outstanding service of our emergency personnel and has raised more than $500,000 for local nonprofits. At this year's celebration, Commissioner Maroney announced that Commissioner Janet Long would carry on with the event going forward, and we look forward to Commissioner Long continuing Commissioner Maroney's passionate support for our emergency personnel and local nonprofits. Commissioner Maroney passed away on May 20th, 2018, after a valiant battle with cancer. He leaves behind a legacy of public service as a state legislator and 5-term county commissioner. He will always be remembered for his commitment to public safety and for his sincere interest in making sure that the voice of the everyday citizen is heard by Pinellas County government. We are a stronger and more inclusive community because of Commissioner Maroney's dedication to Pinellas County. John was supported in his work by his wife Eileen and son Michael, and by many friends and supporters. We were blessed to know him as a colleague and as a friend. Governor Rick Scott appointed former Reddington Shores Mayor Jay Baruti to complete Commissioner Maroney's unexpired term through November 2018. Though Commissioner Baruti only served on the board for a short time, he hit the ground running and helped to move 2 significant projects forward: the next round of Gulf Boulevard improvements, primarily the undergrounding of electric utility lines, and the development of plans for a joint-use facility to support EMS, fire, and public safety needs in the Reddingtons, a long-standing need in that area. We thank Commissioner Baruti for his leadership and service. As the legislative and executive body of government for the county, the Board of County Commissioners has 2 employees, the county attorney and the county administrator. The administrator is the CEO of our county organization, which is made up of over 2,100 employees with a 2019 budget of $2.3 billion. In his 4 years as county administrator, Mark Woodard has focused on partnership, communication, and doing things to make Pinellas County a great place to live, work, play, retire, and visit. He has done an excellent job on all fronts, producing a budget and policy recommendations that are responsive to our strategic priorities, including public health and safety, transportation, environmental protection, and community and economic development. After 30 years of service with Pinellas County, Mark is retiring at the end of 2018. Hiring his successor, a person skilled in our collaborative, community-focused way of work, was a key task for the County Commission this year. Understanding the importance of this task, the Commission got to work. We hired an executive recruitment firm and conducted a nationwide search. The final 4 candidates met with our local business, community, and elected leaders in public forums. These forums allowed for direct interaction with the candidates and an opportunity for all stakeholders to provide feedback to the Commission on the respective candidates. After this interactive process, the Commission unanimously selected Barry Burton, an experienced administrator from Lake County, Illinois, to be our next county administrator. Barry began his duties on October 29th, and we are excited to have him on board as our Pinellas County Administrator. 2018 was also an election year, and these elections were significant nationally and locally. Here in Pinellas, the voters re-elected County Commissioners Pat Gerard and Dave Eggers without opposition. Voters also elected former South Pasadena Mayor and State Representative Kathleen Peters to the County Commission, representing District 6, which covers portions of St. Petersburg, Lellman, Seminole, and Pinellas Park. Congratulations to Commissioner Eggers, Gerard, and Peters, and thank you for your leadership. Also on the November ballot was Amendment 1, which would have added an additional homestead exemption and reduced local government revenues by approximately $42 million in Pinellas. Amendment 1 did not reach the required 60% approval threshold statewide. Therefore, those dollars will remain available to fund local services provided by county and city governments, fire districts, the Pinellas Suncoast Transit Authority, and JWB, the Local Children's Services Board. There have been many significant county projects and initiatives started or continued in 2018. For this State of the County review, I'd like to highlight just a few. In transportation, the Commission and local, state, and federal partners continue to focus on improving transportation options and the effectiveness of our transportation system, both within Pinellas County and throughout the Tampa Bay region. Ongoing projects include planning for a new span of the Howard Franklin Bridge, construction of the Gateway Express in Mid-County, the Central Avenue Bus Rapid Transit System, which will connect downtown St. Petersburg and St. Pete Beach, and bike and pedestrian-friendly complete street projects in several areas of the county. These projects will provide our residents and visitors with more accessible, effective, and convenient transportation choices and move us towards the kind of modern transportation system that meets the diverse needs of our growing community. Another important focus area is planning. Pinellas County is growing again with a population of just under 970,000, according to the 2017 U.S. Census Bureau estimate. And how we grow is vitally important. Issues including housing affordability, educational opportunities, jobs and economic development, and critical emerging issues like sea level rise and climate change will impact the economic and environmental health and potential of our county for generations to come. These critical issues must be a part of our planning for a vibrant, sustainable Pinellas. The foundation that we lay now will significantly impact the quality of life that future generations of Pinellas citizens will enjoy. To that end, the county is partnering with local and regional organizations, including Ford Pinellas, Tampa Bay Water, T-BARTA, the Tampa Bay Regional Planning Council, and other business and community stakeholders to build effective plans for our community's long-term health. Just before this taping, the Florida Supreme Court issued a ruling in the Richmond case, a Safety Harbor land use case in which developers sued the county for $16.5 million after the commission denied their land use change application. This court ruling supports a fundamental concept of planning and growth management, that local governments have the authority, and we believe the responsibility, to make land use decisions based on the community's vision for its future. And that sometimes will mean saying no to a development request. This was a principle worth fighting for and is central to planning for smart, sustainable growth in our community. Pinellas County continues to enjoy a growing and diversifying economy, providing jobs for our citizens and increasing the economic capacity of our county. By the end of 2017, there were over 490,000 citizens in our Pinellas labor force. Unemployment dropped to 3.4%. Now, you may recall that December 2009 was a low point of the Great Recession, with over 60,000 jobs lost since 2006. Since 2009, we've replaced all 60,000 jobs and added 40,000 more. That's significant progress. Those jobs reflect the diversity of our county. Tourism remains our #1 industry, employing over 100,000 residents and providing more than $10 billion in economic impact. But you may not know that Pinellas is second in the state in manufacturing jobs, with more than 32,000 employed in manufacturing in our county, with annual exports from Pinellas valued at over $6 billion. At the county, we focus primarily on 3 core areas: First, retaining existing businesses. Second, attracting new and diversified businesses. And third, improving the local business climate. To all of the businesses who call Pinellas home, thank you for providing goods, services, and jobs right here in Pinellas County. The employees of Pinellas County work hard to be the standard for public service in America. Every day, employees countywide work to provide essential public services for our community, services that we sometimes take for granted, but are the foundation for a modern urban community. Services like clean drinking water at the tap, essential emergency services including 911, and world-class emergency medical services that are just a phone call and a few minutes away. County employees maintain our roads and bridges, coordinate traffic signal timing, and implement safety improvements on our roads, parks, and trails. They support public health and safety, protect our environment, prepare us for storms and emergencies, and coordinate disaster recovery efforts after the danger passes. When an emergency occurs, county staff swing into action. This year's occurrence of red tide is a recent example of our county staff and partners working together to protect our community. Working quickly, our staff partnered with the private sector to clean up tons of dead fish and sea life that washed up on the beaches and worked proactively, starting to clean up in the Gulf before most of the dead fish made it to shore. The effort was a resounding success, collecting more than 1,800 tons of fish and helping to lessen the impacts on public health and safety and the economic impact on our tourism-based economy. Even when Pinellas isn't directly impacted by an emergency, our county employees step in to help. After Hurricane Michael caused heavy damage in Florida's Panhandle this summer, Pinellas employees from a number of departments traveled to North Florida to volunteer with recovery efforts. More than 60 county employees from emergency management, utilities, animal services, real estate management, and public works all responded to the call for assistance from our fellow Floridians. Thank you to our Pinellas County employees for a job well done. One of the critical responsibilities of government is providing infrastructure, those public investments in facilities like community centers, libraries, fire and police stations, roads, parks, and other capital investments that maintain our environment, support public health and safety, and underpin our economy. For the last 30 years, the people of Pinellas have chosen to fund much of our infrastructure through the Penny for Pinellas infrastructure sales tax. Last year, the voters renewed the penny for another decade, starting in 2020, and the referendum passed with 83% of the vote. The next 10 years of the penny will fund about $2 billion in infrastructure investments, shared by Pinellas County and our 24 city government partners. It is a wise investment by the citizens of Pinellas for the future of Pinellas County. Pinellas County is moving forward and addressing the challenges and opportunities that will impact the progress of our community. As we enter 2019, your County Commission will be led by two great leaders, Chair-elect Karen Seal and Vice Chair-elect Pat Gerard. It is an historic time for our county, where for the first time, 4 women will serve on the County Commission. We have great leadership, outstanding employees, and great partners. I believe Pinellas County is the very best place to live, work, play, retire, and visit. Thanks for viewing the State of the County Wrap for 2018. On behalf of the County Commission, our County Administrator, County Attorney, and the dedicated employees who serve our community with excellence, we wish you a blessed holiday season and a safe and prosperous 2019. I'm Commission Chair Ken Welch.